Star Wars 75396, the Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit, the remake of the classic version of this from way back whenever, 25th anniversary set with Nim Nom, or Neen Nom, however you say that, as the bonus figure. Pretty decent figures lineup. We've got Boba, Luke, Han, Chewie, and Lando Calrissian, not often seen minifigure. I believe that the actual Sarlacc pit has some mechanism in it, and the Desert Skiff is very much remade from the classic one. Kind of looks, dare I say, it looks better than the original. Couple of play features, some trans clear things, plenty of tan gonna go on in here. The new hairpiece for Luke, which is obviously quite good. The Lando figure is probably the decent one. Boba Fett, everyone's probably got a lot of Boba Fett. These tentacles always go well as well. So 3 of these to part out. Let's get stuck into that and see what it looks like once we've broken it down. Okay, parted out in under an hour. Not too bad. Instructions. These numbers are gigantic, aren't they? What are they for? Partially sighted. Jeez. That's incredible. They're just getting bigger and bigger. Crazy. Nim Nom minifigure. There he is. Printed legs and torso. No arm printing though. Bit of a shame. Chewbacca. Everyone's got 600 Chewbaccas. Got Han Solo, just plain leg assembly and traditional white top. There we've got the Luke Skywalker minifigure with that new good face and the hairpiece. We've got Lando, really like that one. Again, printing on the leg assembly on that one. And then Boba Fett, who I've not checked out to see whether or not he is just common to everything else. So, filled up all of those cups and a few over here, so we'll start over here. A lot of dark tan and reddish brown in this, a couple of those, some curved slopes, some slopes, wedges, tiles, curved tiles, dark reddish brown tiles, some 3L bars, some jumper plates, some wedge plates in dark blue grey, brackets, studs, inverted slope curves, are they? Those things, whatever they are, they're bars, aren't they? Some brackets, another set of brackets over there. Some of those roller skates in dark tan, a couple of dark tan bricks, or one in each set. Some circular plates, some tiles with the studs on, dark tan tiles, open studs, and then over here, those come loose in the box, and they are that piece of the ship. There's 2 of them in each box, and front and back. That's what it's for. Look. So yeah, they're just lying around in the box. Be careful of that. The brick separator. That's it. Black plates, Technic bricks, 2x4s in light blue, grey and black. Some Technic connectors, some of those, are they brackets? Not sure. Clips, black and dark blue grey. Some more plates in tan, some more Technic parts. Blaster, presumably that's for Boba Fett, as probably is that for his blaster. Plates, slopes, bricks, plates, bricks, tan bricks, tan slopes, tan wedge plates, 3x3 cut corner, 2x4 plates, dark tan and tan, 2x2 in dark tan, reddish brown tiles, dark brown connectors, log profiles in medium nougat, dark tan and dark blue grey, more Technic, some 1x3 bricks, some more Technic, nougat, medium nougat, 1x2 evens, same again in black and dark blue grey, and they do appear in a few colours as we go through here. Inverted slopes, Technic bricks, 2x6s, a whole batch of dark blue grey studs on the side, 1x8 plates, 1x4 black, some panels, 2x3s in black and white, 1x6s plates, 1x6 bricks, whole bunch of those in medium nougat or nugget, spear in flat silver, whole bunch of those, obviously the Sarlacc pit, a little smattering of dark red, cheese slopes, open studs, and those jumper plates. Are they jumper plates or tiles? Don't know. Medium nugget tiles, axe handles, was blank for a minute there, curved slopes with the angle, left and right. Again, there's a few different colorways of that through the set. There's Luke's lightsaber. Is that medium azure? I think it is, isn't it? Lightsaber handles, tan. Got through a whole bunch of tan here. Slopes of different varieties. Some dark tan wedge plates, some more slopes, tan bricks, some more slopes, loads of tiles, predominantly tan. Corner plates in lime, tan, dark blue grey. Then you've got the three elements of the Sarlacc pit all together, including those canopies. That could be a nice little piece. Then we've got those in tan. As I said, there's a few of those. More plates in dark tan and tan. I feel like there was there all the way over there, aren't they? That's a double up. They should be all the way over here. So yeah, some medium azure and some tan. Some medium azure threes. Left and rights of those in tan and dark tan. Tiles, plates, dark tan plates, plenty of handcuffs. Bit weird. More slopes, more plates in dark blue grey here. And then these are kind of the functional pieces of the desert skiff. So you've got the front, the back, and the middle of that, along with some 2x6s. We've got some 2x6 tiles in reddish brown and dark blue. We've got those nice little curvy things in dark tan. Those are those kind of 45-degree kind of slopes either way. Some of those you don't see them too often. Reddish brown 2x4s, black and dark blue grey 2x4s, 2x8s, 2x4s in orange, bit of a left field one. And then we've got some 1x4s in light blue grey. I thought there were some black ones, but maybe I dreamt that. Those in dark blue grey and reddish brown. Some tiles in reddish brown. Some 2x3 plates in dark tan. Brackets 1x3s dark tan. Then we're back into some dark blue grey plates, wedge plates. Some more plates. There's a lot of plates, isn't there? Tiles. Those kind of tiles with the two studs in a couple of colours. I think we've got some dark, oh there they are, reddish brown ones as well. Then we've got some medium azure plates, some bright light orange plates, and some dark pink plates. Cheese slopes, some tiles, some circular tiles, some more wedges. The anniversary plate, of course, for Nim Num. Then we've got 2x3 tiles in dark tan and 1x2 tiles in dark tan. Plates with a clip, those kind of headlight things that you usually see on Speed Champions. Pearl dark grey ingots, some of those plates with a rail on the side. Dark tan those, some dark tan rails, they are always hard to find. Inverted slopes with studs, some hinges, some grey 1x3 tiles, some connector pins. Those are those arches that make up the 25th anniversary stand. Technic brick, those kind of trans-clear domes and trans-clear circular bricks. And we've got bracket in medium nougat for those of you that like me to pronounce it correctly. I always think of these as kind of paddy field hats, but whatever they are in dark tan. Wedges dark tan, sorry, wedge plates dark tan. Umbrella stands dark tan. Brackets in dark blue grey, studs on all sides dark blue grey, some hinge plates, is that what they're called, in dark tan, and finally some curved slopes in dark tan, which makes for quite a lot. Like I said, 198 lots. I think I said that. Anyway, 198 lots in the set. 3 we've parted out here, which takes it to about 1,700 and something parts. Some interesting things in here. Could be some good value in it beyond the minifigures. Parts like these and those and those, I would think will do okay, but we shall see. And those little rails might not be too shabby at all, but we'll see once we've got it into a BSX file and have a look at the averages. 75396 then, Desert, Skiff and Sarlacc Pit. Current items for average sale is 224.47 and the average 6 months is 180, so quite a gap in those two pricings. I'd be interested to see where that kind of money is getting driven from in terms of what is available on the site. Yeah, some pretty decent value to be had, given that the original set was retailing at $129.99. Fairly easily to pick up something below RRP, which is decent. Similarly, over on eBay, not too many people getting the usual crazy on for this. A lot of them sitting around this kind of 1.6, 110. It does jump up a little bit here and there, but nothing too insane until you get out to, 160. I mean, you're off your rocker. Someone going for 205 there. I mean, dreaming. In terms of what is in it, obviously the minifigures are pretty decent. I would imagine that the ones that are going to be the best price is obviously the anniversary figure. Boba Fett, not a great deal of money in him. Weequay, I nearly said. Chewbacca, obviously not. Han with the white shirt, while he's a good looking figure, decent solid price. Obviously a good price on the Lando. Luke Skywalker, decent price. That new hairpiece perhaps driving that up. And Nim Num, obviously the prize asset within the set. So let's take a look at the actual breakdown of that. Let's start with the last 6 months averages and see where we're at. Here we go. So as usual, I'll stack this in the order of the pricing so we get a good idea. Nim Num, obviously Lando, Luke, all the minifigures sitting at the top. A dark brown hose, obviously that for the rail on the desert skiff, the anniversary plate. Then into the more bog standard things, 6x12 bluish grey plate, some dark tan aspects. The instructions holding their value quite well down there, but as you can see, not a great deal of parts over that $1 mark before we get into kind of the meat and drink. I thought that piece might be worth a little bit more than it is. These slopes are doing quite well here and there. I know from my own experience, these kind of elephant tails and dinosaur tail parts sell fairly steadily once they're in a store. I imagine those wedges would be decent as well, but they're sitting down there at 21.5. Nothing really that incredible. The rails, what do we got there? Some tan slopes sitting at kind of just short of 15, which ain't too bad for a volume piece. And then we're into really the kind of the rats and mice of this set. Plenty of lots at 198 as we went through, so it does add an awful lot of lots to a inventory, with some good value at the top end here, but not a lot of volume to be had anywhere. 20 and 23, the largest volumes, and then we're into single figures very, very quickly on that. In terms of the pricing, let's get that back in its stack before we kind of switch to the current inventory. So the 6 months they're saying is 186. What was it on there? 180. So it's gone up slightly, probably just around the scarcity of minifigures, I would imagine. In terms of current inventory, we jump up to 227, which again is above the current inventory average sale, but only slightly. So the two prices are coming together a little bit more, which is always reassuring to see, because it means the market's kind of correcting itself. Those minifigures have a decent jump in pricing, $5 on the Nim Nom, probably three or so on Lando and Luke, and then Boba jumps up as well, which is pretty good. But the same parts really stay at the top of the shop here. These two curves jump up a little bit. That windscreen in the dark tan also comes up a little bit, making it perhaps a little bit more viable in terms of part out value. I mean, if you're picking that up at around the $100 or less, which is possible obviously if you're buying off Bricklink as well and not paying too much for shipping, you could be kind of doubling your money in terms of parting out, which ain't too bad these days, I think, and especially in a Star Wars set. Fair amount of figures for a small set, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, one's an anniversary figure, but 6 in one set is a good return, and that's how it's keeping the value up. I mean, if we take out the minifigures, that drops to 132. So this one is all about the minifigures. That's where the value is. So if you're looking to bolster your store with some minifigure value, this is a really good one. If you're looking for kind of good saleable variety in lots, it's not too bad and worth a consider, as long as you're getting it at a below $100 mark, so you are making a good margin. But yeah, one for the figures and some scarce parts, but otherwise a fairly solid range of parts that would add some good variety to a store, but not perhaps great value without those minifigures.